Sir, thank you.
Jawhar Sircar ji,
Sir, thank you for giving me the time to speak.
six minutes, please.
6 minutes, sir.
Yes.
Speak on the two constitutional
One
amendments.
second. Jawhar ji, Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister.
इनका कहना यह कि झारखंड के मुख्यमंत्री को सरकार भेजती। सरकार क्यों भेजेगी? अगर कुछ किए होंगे, कहीं कुछ साबित हुआ होगा, कुछ सिद्ध हुआ होगा, कुछ साक्ष्य हुआ होगा, तो उस पर जो कानून की कार्रवाई करने की जो संस्थाएं वह कार्रवाई करती है। तो मुझको लगता है कि यह बात यहाँ से हटनी चाहिए रिकॉर्ड से, जो बोल आरोप है।
I look into it. अगर ये बात है, it can't go on record because agencies work in the country and system works and rule of law is there. Shri Jawhar Sircar.
Sir, thank you for giving me the time to say a few words on the constitutional J&K amendment order on SCs and STs. Sir, I would start by noting that Gujars and Bakarwals are among the STs who are being given reservation under this order. Now, sir, it's very strange that selective Muslim tribes have been brought into the scheduled tribe order, whereas Muslims are debarred by and large from availing of SC and ST facilities. If there is a Christian ST, a person, a tribal who has adopted Christianity as his religion by volition or by whatever historic reasons, he is debarred. He is debarred, but here you bring a constitutional order bringing one section of the Muslims as ST to give them security, reservation, privilege. Basically, sir, it is divide and rule. As I can submit, it's divide and rule. When you talk of Gujars and Bakarwals, this government has made a lot of outreach to them. We are aware of it. But we are also aware of the firing on civilians that took place recently after an encounter incident, which is very sad because the victims were Gujar and Bakriwal, the same Gujars and Bakriwals. Of course, inquiries have been taken up. Now, what I would like to raise in the context of J&K and in the wider context, if you kindly permit, is that the politics of castes and tribes is a colonial hangover. And when you speak of colonial hangover, why do you perpetuate it? Either you accept the fact that certain people in India who are deemed to be scheduled tribes today have gone through the same experiences of repression, deprivation, subjugation, and non-entitlement. And just because a part of them have moved on to accept some other religion, you cannot go on penalizing them. You burnt them when they were Hindus. You boiled them now that they have left Hinduism. You can't have it two ways. So, chhati badi karo, dil bada karo. This is not the way to run a country. Now, when I look back at steps taken by the government, even in J&K, I'm tempted to point out to developments in my state, West Bengal. The literacy rate of SCs and STs in West Bengal is at least 10 times, 8 to 10 times percentage, 8 to 10% higher. If you want, I can quote it. Male, all India SC gross enrollment rate is 75, ours is 85. So at every count, when you wonder why West Bengal stands ahead of certain other states in terms of social equity, justice, you must look back at these figures. It's good that you've gone in for reservation. Good. But I hope that the scheduled caste that you are talking about are locals. Because there's a feeling that the locals are being pushed back to the wall. You know, there is a feeling that this government is blasé, is indulgent when it comes to reservation. My good friend Neeraj Dangi mentioned about the de-reservation order that UGC had drafted. Sir, I express the apprehension of the House across the benches at the fact that the reservation policy is nibbling is being nibbled away is sought to be diluted. It is not in the interest of the nation to seek excuses and to keep diluting the order. It was started with dereservation or order on SCs and STs in education. Tomorrow it will extend to employment. Tomorrow it will extend to others. Please let us take a firm resolve across the table that dereservation is a crime. It should not be touched. Whereas, if you do not find suitable candidates even after the second or third attempt, dilute the provisions by 10 to 20%. But please do not touch on reservation. Please do not go in for any steps that militate against the centuries of oppression. Sir, about Kashmir, I would humbly submit that I would not get into the politics of a state on which security is involved, but I would humbly submit that there is a vast and a strong impression that we are acting almost as an occupation force. This impression should not be there. We should get into the hearts of the people, not top down to tell them what is wrong with them. No people anywhere in India will accept a forceful order telling them how to behave. So we have to make sincere attempts to give the feeling that law and order is a select subject, is a surgical matter, not a boxing glove. That's all. With that, I have made my comments on both the orders, and thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Sircar. Shri Raiga Krishna